Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Fire Mamaw mode unleashed. Face screaming in fear Eala, OUSTS 12-time ITF champ greet Minnen to secure Suzhou quarterfinals. The Suzhou Tennis Open may not carry the glamour of a Grand Slam, but for rising stars and determined veterans, it represents something more precious, a proving ground. It's where reputations are tested, where careers can be reignited or derailed, where up-and-comers demand to be noticed. And on a cool Suzhou evening, the tennis world witnessed exactly that when Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino sensation, unleashed her fabled Mamaw mode to stun Belgium's greet Minnen, a 12-time ITF champion and seasoned warrior. The final scoreline told a story of victory, but it could not capture the fire that burned through every rally. This was no ordinary match. It was a declaration. Eala didn't just win. She announced herself as a force ready for the next tier of women's tennis. The players, experience meets youth. Greet Minnen, the tested competitor. At 27, Greet Minnen had built her reputation not on hype, but on consistency. With 12 ITF titles to her name, she embodied the grind of professional tennis. Week in, week out, she played, fought, endured. Tall, disciplined, and armed with one of the most reliable two-handed backhands on tour, she represented experience, the steady hand of someone who has weathered storms before. To Minnen, Suzhou was another chance to prove she could fend off the younger challengers and continue carving her path in a brutally competitive sport. Eala, the rising fire. For Eala, Suzhou was something else entirely. At just 20, she carried not only her racket, but the weight of a nation's dreams. The Philippines had never produced a Grand Slam singles champion in professional ranks, and Eala, trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy, looked like the best hope to break that ceiling. She was fast, fierce, and unafraid. Her fans affectionately coined the phrase Mamaw mode, a Filipino slang term for beast-like dominance, whenever she dug deep and turned matches around with sheer heart and power. Against Minnen, she would need that mode more than ever. The match, setting the court on fire. The Suzhou crowd packed the stands, eager to see if the young prodigy could withstand the pressure of an experienced opponent. The atmosphere was alive. Filipino flags waved proudly, while Belgian fans clapped and shouted in support of their champion. First set, the awakening. Minnen started strong, her experience on full display. She served with precision, pulling Eala wide and finishing rallies with controlled backhands. At 4-2 Minnen, it looked like the veteran would dictate the tone. But then something shifted. Eala, fueled by the chants of "Pusso, Pusso, Heart, Heart," began attacking with reckless bravery. She sprinted to every ball, counterpunched with heavy forehands, and dared to come to the net. At 4-4, the crowd knew this was not going to be easy for Minnen. Eala had entered the zone. The set ultimately went to a tiebreak, and with her trademark composure, Eala exploded, sealing it 7-6-4, with a screaming forehand winner down the line. The arena shook. The beast was awake. Second set, Mamaw mode engaged. Minnen tried to reset, using her experience to drag Eala into long rallies. But the Filipino had found another gear. Every point was played as if it were match point. Eala's forehand cross-court was scorching, bending Minnen into defensive stretches. Her lefty serve out wide was a dagger, pulling Minnen off the court. Her movement, the lunges, the speed, the grit, kept her alive in rallies that seemed lost. At 3-1, Eala clenched her fist, her eyes blazing. The crowd screamed, sensing history. By 5-2, she had broken Minnen again. Serving for the match, Eala hammered an ace, followed by 2 unreturnable serves. On match point, she unleashed a forehand so vicious that Minnen could only watch it blaze past. Game, set, match. Eala, technical brilliance. This was not just heart, it was strategy. Aggressive lefty serving. Eala's use of the wide serve on the ad side consistently opened up the court, neutralizing Minnen's backhand weapon. Baseline creativity. Instead of rallying endlessly, Eala mixed in drop shots and looping topspin balls, forcing Minnen to move awkwardly. Mental fortitude. Eala refused to collapse in pressure points, especially in the tiebreak. She thrived on tension, channeling it into firepower. For Minnen, the match highlighted the thin margins of tennis. She was steady, but Eala's refusal to yield broke through the Belgian wall. The aftermath, shockwaves in Suzhou. The crowd erupted in celebration. Filipino fans waved flags and sang songs. Some even cried. For them, this wasn't just a win. It was proof that their champion could topple established names. Eala's reaction. Tears welled in her eyes as she looked at the sky, pounding her chest and shouting Pilipinas. In her post-match interview, she said, "I went into Mamaw mode. I knew I couldn't play safe. I told myself, fight for every ball, fight for every point. This is for everyone back home." Minnen's response. Ever gracious, Minnen praised Eala. She was fearless today. "I played many tough matches, but her energy was unbelievable. She deserved this win." Social media frenzy. On social platforms, clips of Eala's blistering forehands and her emotional celebration went viral. The hashtag Mamaw trended in the Philippines within minutes. Former players praised her composure. Fans compared her fighting spirit to her mentor, Rafa Nadal. Memes of Eala transforming into Mamaw mode flooded TikTok and Twitter. This wasn't just a tennis win. It was a cultural moment. Implications for the future. For Eala. Ranking boost. A quarterfinal appearance at a WTA 125 event is another step toward the top 100. Confidence surge. Beating an established, title-winning veteran is a psychological breakthrough. Identity cemented. Her Mamaw mode narrative now extends beyond fans. It's part of her professional brand. For Greet Minnen. A reminder of the sport's relentless turnover. New stars rising, hungry and fearless. A chance to recalibrate and prepare for bigger events where her steadiness can still carry her. The bigger picture. This one wasn't just about advancing to the quarterfinals. It was about representation. For Southeast Asia, where tennis lacks mainstream icons, Eala's victory is monumental. Belief. For every young Filipino athlete dreaming big, this was proof that global stages are within reach. Storytelling. Sports thrives on narratives, and Mamaw mode is now firmly etched in the lore of Eala's journey. Conclusion. The birth of a moment. The scoreboard may forever record. Eala Def. Greet Minnen, 7-6-4, 6-2. But what fans will remember is the fire, the way Eala clawed back from pressure, the way she turned defense into attack, the way she screamed with every point until she owned the night. On that court in Suzhou, Eala wasn't just a rising player. She was a force of nature. And when the world looks back years from now, they may say, that was the night Mamaw mode became legend. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.